Hey guys, it's Ryan here with HobbiesofaMan once again, and today we're doing another comic book review. Today we're looking at Witchblade, number 11. This is kind of a big issue because the next one, issue 12, which comes out in July or maybe in August, I can't remember, is going to be like a big deal, right? I think that's because it's the end of the second volume, and that's kind of like a big concept at this point in time where most things in comic book world kind of end before the 12 issues, right? Usually around issue 10. And this is by Bennett, by Cafaro, by Prianto, and Pateri, same team as usual, and they're all doing a great job here. And so this one is a pretty short story in my opinion. It opens up with Sarah battling the Creosote Hulk thing, and Ian is protecting Michael. Sarah falls into a bloodlust. She starts beating the shit out of this creosote, and as it begs for mercy, she really doesn't want to give it to it, but she continues to try to kill it. And Ian even tells her, hey, relax, it's fine, but she continues to pummel it. And suddenly, Irons shows up. Kenneth Irons shows up. And it turns out that he sent Michael the information necessary for him to show up here so that he could get shot. And, well, he can save him. He can provide him the medical care he needs, but Sarah has to do something for him. And he even tells her, if you do this, I'll leave you alone, right? Which is clearly not true, but she goes in because she wants to save her friend. And it turns out that Ian betrayed her. And this is understandable. We knew this was going to happen. It's clear that Ian worked for Kenneth Irons regardless of whatever was happening, right? And so she goes into the temple so that hopefully Michael will get healed. And as she goes in, she realizes that she's in for 3 trials. The trial of the body, the trial of the mind, and I can't remember the other one. I think it's the trial of the spirit, right? And so the first one is the trial of the corpus, or the body, and all of her injuries that she's healed over time come back, and she has to deal with all of this pain. She has to absorb it, and she has to affirm that her body is her own, that she is not wearing the body of someone else, that the Witchblade doesn't own her. She owns herself, right? Which is cool. I think that this ties into the feminist kind of concept of the fact that that we see early on in the first issue and in the second issue as well, whereas she has to have autonomy. She needs autonomy. And the Witchblade had taken it from her. And in a weird sense, it was a female essence overtaking the femininity of a different female essence, right? And in this case, she has to accept that she owns her own body, that she is in control. And this allows her to pass the test. She ends up into Harrowing accidentally. And this is where she thinks her trial of the spirit is going to be, or the trial of her mind. But it turns out that it's not. This is actually where the darkness comes from, the Harrowing, right? And so she finds herself there, and as she goes further and further in, she finds Jackie tied up to a crucifix, or crucified, upside down, kind of like the Antichrist. And as she goes to save him, it turns out that she actually ends up freeing them, whoever them is. I don't think this is a non-gendered pronoun. I think that this is supposed to be like multiple things, and I don't know what they are. I guess it would be either creosotes, it would be agents of the darkness, or it might be the darkness and Jackie themselves, like as 2 separate entities, right? And this is a great issue. I loved it. I really enjoyed the process shots at the back of the book as well, and Cafaro's artwork has been phenomenal. I hope that he continues to grow as an artist throughout this series, and hopefully gets more work after this. I think he'd do a great job. I would love to see him do some stuff in either the Conan world or the Red Sonja world, or maybe even something a little bit different, kind of something like Tarzan related, right? Or something like in the Barsoom stuff, like pulpy stuff. I think that Cafaro's art style would work really well for that stuff. But yeah, overall, great issue. I recommend it. You guys should definitely pick it up. And that's basically all there is to say about this issue. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.